Assalamu alaikum and a very good day everyone. My name is Jaynab Binte, metric number 249882. Today I am going to present my persuasive speech. The topic of my speech is plastic bags should be banned. The specific purpose of my speech is to persuade my audience to stop using plastic bags. We should ban plastic bags because it causes environment pollution, endanger wildlife and is hard to degrade. Now I'm going to move on to my introduction. Plastic bags are one of the most routinely used things today. It makes our life and work less complex and gives us a lot of solace. They have become an essential bit of our lives now. We use plastic bags essentially reliably for various purposes. The use of plastic bag is to the degree that we often get mad at the shopkeeper who will not offer us the plastic bag. It gets overwhelming to carry our own bag every day. However, plastic bags helps make our lives easier, but at what cost? For your information, I am a Bachelor of Business Administration. I would like to share some of my knowledge on why we should stop using plastic bags based on my experience and case studies. We should ban using plastic bags because it causes environment pollution, endanger wildlife and is hard to degrade. Firstly, we should ban using plastic bags because it causes environment pollution. According to a research in 2014 by P. Pavani and Raja Rajeshwari, a huge number of plastic companies are delivering huge amounts of plastic products which are prominently utilized by the individuals because of their simplicity, affordability and comfort. Due to non-biodegradable nature, they cause unsafe negative effect on the earth. Plastic bags are a prime supply of plastic pollution. As they are non-biodegradable, they take a long time to break down. They make commitments to a mass of waste which continues gathering throughout the years. Plastic takes a large number of years to hinder down and disintegrate. It stays in the land, which adds to the rising issue of land contamination. Regardless of whether or not we stay in a city, megacity or United States farmland, we unquestionably see plastic baggage blowing around wherever we cross out. Some blow across streets even as others emerge as caught within the parts of road trees. Plastic luggage is in general disturb the earth in a serious way. It causes invulnerable and chemical issue, hormonal interruption, prompting barriers and is also considered as a cancer-causing disease. Not just human well-being, it impacts other creatures' life and nature, for example, air, water, also oil, causing dangerous contamination. In my opinion, plastic bags are a significant environmental concern. We will have to carefully look at the difficulties they present and implement procedures that are probably going to decrease the measure of nature harm they cause. For example, we can recycle, support bag tax or ban, bring our own garment bags to groceries and wean ourselves of disposable plastic. Secondly, plastic bags should be banned because it is an endangerment to the wildlife as well as the sea life. The properties that cause plastic such attractive materials nowadays can make them deadly for the wildlife when brought into nature. Another issue of plastic contamination is that it facilitates transportation of the species to different regions. Plastics also transfer contaminations to nature or to life forms when ingested. Notwithstanding impact on marine life, plastic debris can likewise harm marine industries. Countless marine creatures and seabirds get stuck in the marine debris and ingest it. It can purpose them genuine harm and often bring approximately their demise. This can result them certifiable damage and frequently brings their downfall. The dangers to marine life are fundamentally mechanical because of ingestion of plastic junk and snare in bundling groups, manufactured ropes and lines or buoy nets. Since the use of plastics keeps extending, so does the level of plastics dirtying the marine condition. According to a study of 38 green turtles found that 61% had ingested some of marine debris including plastic bags, clothes and rope or string. Entanglement can set off suffocation, starvation, increased weak point to predators or different injury. Constrict and entangled animals' motion and development. For instance, volunteers taking an interest in the 2008 International Coastal Cleanup Occasion observed 443 creatures and seabirds caught by means of marine garbage. From my standpoint, marine plastic contamination is driven by plastic waste from land. Adequately diminishing progressions of plastic contamination into the seas require boosting proficient removal choices, discouraging production and utilization of items with low recyclability and reuse potential, and empowering lower impact effectively recyclable item. Lastly, plastic bags should be banned because it is hard to degrade. All that we see around us has an ending, regardless of whether it is a living form or an item. The living dies and the items get annihilated. Yet, plastic bags are difficult to degrade. Constantly, around 500 billion plastics are utilized around the world. That is a great deal of bags. Such huge number of that, more than 1 million bags are being utilized each moment, and they are harming our nature. Furthermore, the more there is, the more time it takes to degrade. The most serious issue with plastic bags is that they do not promptly separate in nature. The time it takes them to break down exceeding from 20 to 1000 years. One of the disturbing realities coming from this is plastic bags can become sequential executioners. When a creature that had ingested a plastic bag passes on, it degrades at a lot quicker rate than the bag. When the creature has decayed, the bag is discharged to go into nature intact, fit to eaten by another confused living being. The amazingly moderate pace of decay of plastic bags also implies that each bag we use intensifies the issue in the fact that the bag essentially accumulates. According to an article by Mirak Tapan Daily Sabah, plastic waste, which is one of the materials that decays the hardest, is something we utilize most in our everyday life. Constantly, 1.6 million barrels of oil are utilized to create plastic containers alone. It can take as long as 1000 years for plastic bags to degrade in landfills. The plastic bags we utilize every day take 10 years to 1000 years to break down, while plastic bottles can take 450 years or more. In my assessment, distinctive ranges of instructive academic programs need to include waste control systems from the grassroots and as information resource. In addition to making public awareness on the significance of a healthy environment, alternative disposal ways, putting in extra drop-off territories and incineration mechanism, plastic reusing places of work are too suggested. Helping humans to lessen their exposure to intoxicants will improve the probability for a healthful society and easy condition for the coming ages. So, this is all about my advices from my experiences and case study on the reasons why we should ban plastic bags, because it causes environment pollution, endanger wildlife and is hard to degrade. If you are using plastic bags, take a minute to think about our Earth's environment and the countless lives of wild and sea animals. Please do consider my advices. Thank you. That's all for me.